Video editing takes so long.
Oh no.
Anyways, hey everyone. As an 18-year-old who just graduated from high school with tons of video editing experience, I will demonstrate the top 3 components on what makes a well-done video stand out from the rest to make tons of money. To start off, you're probably asking yourself right now, who is this guy? And the answer to your question is, I'm a nobody in YouTube for now. But I do have tons of knowledge from watching different content creators, taking courses and classes for years. Anyways, I know your time is valuable, so I'll kick off the video with the first component, which is of course having a video idea, which could literally be anything from a vlogger, fashion commentator, a reviewer, storyteller, or a rock. You get the picture. But do be aware that some niches do have a higher PRS from YouTube, which in short means how much a YouTuber can make from ads. Okay, now since you have an idea, let's move on to the second component, which is having an A-roll and a B-roll. An A-roll is a main footage that tells the story and how the main subject, which could be in your voiceover or you talking to the camera, is the main focus. And there's a B-roll, which gives extra detail to the video, which could be in the form of stock videos, footage shot from the camera, and screen recorded clips from YouTube as an example. And brief, an A-roll is like the start of the show, while B-roll adds more fun and information. And the blueprint that I see tons and tons and tons of YouTubers using is gathering enough A-roll to last a whole video, and at the same time having a B-roll to cover the whole video to make it interesting. And let's say you don't have enough B-roll to last you the whole video, then you're in luck, my friend, because the gods have blessed us with stock footage. Stock footage is extremely easy to use and find on the internet. Most of the time it's free. Envato Elements, story blocks are some of the most popular paid solutions out there. And if you sign up to any of this using the affiliate link in my description, I will get a small portion amount of money. Now I'm playing. Unfortunately, I don't meet the requirements to get affiliated with them yet, but I will still link them in my description if you're interested. If you're like me and won't spend any money, or
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
well, thanks for the grim reminder, Andrew Tate.
Anyways,
Or can't afford buying stock photos, I recommend using pixels in that case. Believe it or not, I'm using it right now in this video. Okay, so you have an A-roll and a B-roll ready to go. Now place down your footage in your preferred software, then focus on your intro before anything else. As an editor, the few first seconds of your video are easily the most important part, as they determine the whole video. Matter of fact, there's data to support this claim. The average person today has severe diagnosed ADHD and the attention span of a squirrel. Just look at my sister.
These nuts.
So it's important to blow up their screen with stimulations in the opening shot of a video. If you have an A-roll with your face in it, perfect. And also beneficial to start with that footage, since it creates personal human connection with the viewer. If not, no worries. As you begin making your intro, make sure to have 3 times the B-roll as A-roll. And try and make cuts every 2 to 4 seconds to keep your viewers entertained. Just keep it short and sweet to build up that tension in your video. And don't worry about crazy visual effects or motion graphics quite yet, since you're working with a rough edit. Okay, so once you're finished with your intro, lay down the rest of your footage across the entire video. And another thing that I want to mention is, if you have an A-roll with your face, please add 3 times the B-roll as your A-roll, as otherwise it's just boring watching your face regardless of how attractive you are. And believe me, I know you are. No need to make your videos all crazy like your intro, but make sure your cuts are quick and try not to lose your viewers either. This especially applies if you have a voiceover and your footage like me. And if you have a 2-part of a voiceover back to back and they sound rough, simply overlap them like this on 2 separate tracks, then you'll be surprised with the results. And for the outro, make sure it's short enough where it won't lose your viewers' attention when the video is about to end. And just like the intro, or just don't include one if that's not your top priority. Now let's get into the fun stuff, the final components. Subtitles. Subtitles are a great attention hack and aren't that hard to make. In your video editor of choice, just write out some text
My audio got messed up, but this will have to do sorry. So first type something. Then double-click your subtitles, then press Ctrl, while holding your click to move in the bottom of the screen. Then select the section you want to cut by pressing the Ctrl key plus K in your keyboard. Then you're done making subtitles with no animation. Next is adding a pop-in effect for your subtitles. Type something in the black box again. Then position it. Then click text in the top left of your screen. Move 5 frames by clicking the right button next to the pause button. Then set the number to 110. Next to the scale button in the top left. Then move 3 frames ahead. Then go back to the scaling button to set the number from 110 to 100. Then click the arrow shape button 2 times to go back to the first keyframes. Then set the number next to the scaling button from 100 to 70. Then congratulations, you just made a pop-in effect in Premiere Pro. Once again, I'm deeply sorry for my audio. I just ordered a new microphone as we speak. Hopefully this helped you.
As I previously mentioned, just duplicate it and use it whenever you want. Obviously changing the text. I love to use subtitles in my intro or for other people's edits because it is a great retention hack. But of course, it's all personal preference. Do as you wish with them. I honestly don't know. Next is transitions. It's honestly not too difficult to make. What I mean by that, most YouTubers use other people's presets to get done quickly. I'll place a link that I use in the descriptions. If not, easily just look up free presets packs in the internet. It might ask you information like an email, but it's so worth it. And that will make your life so much easier, trust me. Then the transitions. Transitions are like subtitles, but do not overuse them as it can cause too much of a distraction. It's honestly up to you to experiment with them in your videos to see what works well and what doesn't. Another editing trick that I like to use in my videos is motion tracking. For example, sometimes I don't show my face, then replace it with somebody from a stock video like this to make it look like me. To do this, you need an image and a background of someone, then line them up and scroll in the beginning of the video, then move your image, sync them together. After that, it's done. Make keyframes for position and scale. Next, move a couple of frames, then move it again, then add another 2 keyframes. Keep doing this for the rest of the clip until it's synced together. When you're done, pat yourself in the back because you just motion grab successfully, by the way. Another thing I want to mention is to add scaling to your videos because it adds more humor to your footage and overall it just makes it more engaging. It's all to your artistic touch, you know, but just have fun with it just like everything else. Then I like using my sound to my videos, and honestly it makes a big difference and making an incredible edit. I use my sound from Upbeat and from YouTube, if you're wondering. Also, a sound like a swoosh or anything that makes sense when you're about to switch transitions would be amazing. Up next is music. You're going to want to start by sectioning out your videos in some form or fashion. Basically, every time you change the mood of your video or you go to a different place, it all just depends on your video relevancy, but figure that out and mark each section on your video editing software. After that, go find music to find, but be aware not to use copyrighted music because it comes with tons of risks that you really don't want, trust me. So make sure to use copyright free music. For example, I use Upbeat music catalog that are awesome to use. Shit, sometimes I even listen to it when I run in the morning and exercise at my local gym in the afternoon. But of course, there are plenty of other platforms available to use. Just be careful, please. Okay, so once you have your music, lay it down under other sections that you created earlier. It's also going to be loud, so turn the volume down a bit. I would say about 20 decibels so that you can still hear your voice over. And if you ever need to cut your music, for example, if you say something funny and want to isolate the voiceover, don't just cut the ends like this because it could sound rough. Instead, still cut both ends and add a little fade out and fade in. transitions to the start and end of your snippet to make it sound better and it's not so harsh. And the same concept applies to a song. After you're done polishing out your loose ends and your footage, then you're finished. Congrats. And before I finish the video, please like and subscribe to support my content in the future. Well, this is it. I'm gonna leave you guys with the motivational quote at the end of this video. I love y'all.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still coming on top. I got God on my side.